Hey guys, this is the YouTube version of my show. I don't love the idea of even putting it out like this, but I'm going to use YouTube to stay in touch with you guys from now on. That means this version is missing all the stories about coronavirus, insurrection, your Second Amendment rights, and more. All of these, of course, are usually my most honest, brutal, and important stories. Anyway, you can get the entire unfiltered and uncensored show for free by going to thecomicsgym.com or nickdip.com. It's still free on both of these sites, too. And if you want extra content each day, join at patreon.com or thecomicsgym.com for the daily encore show. Also, while you're on these sites, please make a contribution to keep this show free and check out my tour dates. I'll be in Phoenix, Raleigh, New York, and Texas in the up-and-coming months. Remember, you guys keep thinking it, I'll keep saying it, and please enjoy and please share today's episode. Talk to you soon. I am so sick and tired of the liberal agenda that is destroying our country, from our schools to our workplaces to our media. It's literally everywhere. Well, everywhere maybe, but not this show. Never. Here you get the truth, unfiltered and unapologetic. I don't care if I hurt feelings or if I take a position that isn't agreeable or if I step on somebody's toes. I call them the way I see them, and then I put it out there for free. To keep this show free, I need your help. Please go to nickdip.com and make a contribution, or even better, subscribe at thecomicsgym.com or on Patreon today and get an extra encore show each day. Discounts on merchandise and a whole lot more. Thank you guys so much for watching, sharing, and contributing to the best show, in my opinion, on the internet and the most honest. You guys make it happen. Shit, we're back. Monday shit. How are you, folks? Welcome back. Yuck.
Man, fuck you and your bone spurs.
All right. Oh, God. I don't like Mondays. I'm not going to shoot up a school like that girl did. Is it a girl or a guy? I don't know. They wrote a song about it. You know the song, Tell Me Why I Don't Like Monday? Remember that song? Tell me why I don't like Monday. Yeah, that's what that's about. Nick, why are you starting off with that? Well, because I'm a positive guy. I like positive stories. Speaking of negative stories, as you know, I couldn't go on vacation to Sandals Resort. You know, big, expensive trip because it was my 60th birthday. So my wife got me this guitar that I pay for. Okay. Very expensive Fender Ultra Strat. And I mean, pretty goddamn expensive. Probably too much guitar for a guy at my level. But anyways, I fell in love with it, and I came all over it in the guitar center. They made me buy it. Anyways, excuse me. Anyways, I get it home and try. And if anybody out there knows about guitars, the 6th string, which is the top string, it's the low E. It's basically a bass string. And it clangs and it sucks. And it sounds dog shit. And I was having trouble tuning it, and then I Google, and they're like, yeah, Fender Strats are they hard to keep in. I bring it to Guitar Center, and the kid tunes it, but the fucking 6th string still sounds like it's flat and dog shit, which I Google that. It says, well, maybe the string is too big for the nut, too thick for the nut, and lower your fucking pickups, and all that horse shit, and it's still. So... And I'm not good at returning shit, because my temperament is all wrong. That's why I don't deal with plumbers, and I got a fucking argument with a plumber in fucking Westchester in my house. Thought I was fucking threw a Verizon guy off my front lawn, Puerto Rican kid spit on my lawn because he was sitting in front of my house on his phone for an hour. And I went down and said, what are you doing? And he got all fucking, you know, because they hire a tattoo on his neck and shit. I don't do well in those situations. So now I got to go back to fucking guitar. But they're hippie young kids and, you know. But, you know, I don't give a fuck. I can still hate them. So I'm going to go, look, fix this fucking thing or I want my money back. 45-day return policy, whatever the fuck. Too bad. I pray they can fix it because it fucking guitar, it's beautiful. Not just physically. I mean, it's put together beautifully and whatever. A bunch of kids like 22 with ponytails. I'll tune it up in the back. Sounds good to me, man. Clang! Anyways. All right, let's get on with the goddamn show on a fucking Monday. In the N-word segment today, I'm just gonna give you sort of a tease of what we're talking about on the show. On the show today, we got a story about a Democrat woman candidate, if I got this right, that goes to a party with, was it middle school girl? Teenage girls. Teenage girls. She gets drunk. This is the candidate, an adult woman, and starts arguing with the teenage girls and calls them vicious names, fucking spicker and fucking judger. And she's arguing with teenagers. She's a grown woman. Then she throws up in one of the girls' shoes. Then we get a story about an ex-stripper who's running for Congress from New York, who's, of course, thinks we're too tough on crime and shit. An ex-stripper. And then we got a black guy at some school where a black girl got caught labeling the fountains white and black, you know, a hoax, and she was going to blame it on Whitey. And they have something called a race liaison to the community, which is some black guy who says it was just a prank that went wrong. It's not racism because she's black. So you're watching the country rot right in front of you. Like the Russian Brezhnev or whoever the fuck said it years ago, that we're going to rot, moral decay is what's going to take us down. You're watching it. And don't worry about Ukraine because Biden's in on that too. The globalists, it's a plan. Biden has 74,000, we're going to talk about that, 74,000 Afghans that are hardly vetted. There's a couple hundred missing that are on like a terrorist list. But he shouldn't be impeached or taken the fuck out. So don't even get upset like me about it because we're fucked. Anyways, let's move on. Ugh. Dallas, I mean, what the fuck did you risk your neck for?
I've been asking myself that question for
I think of guys
years.
like you and guys that didn't come back. And it fucking infuriates me. You know? Fucking Biden. How the fuck? Man. Anyways, we have to take a lesson from Canada. Start mixing it up. Anyways, Biden bought and paid for. That's what I call the headline. In an explosive report conducted by the Department of Defense, that would be DOD, DOD. Fucking DOD. Inspector General reveals the President Joe Biden's administration brought, listen to this, brought dozens of Afghans to the, oh, it's dozens, I'm sorry, to the United States without properly, if it's one with, you know, it only takes one, dozens with not properly vetting them, and many of whom deemed significant security concerns. And we were going after Trump for a phone call he made, and are you fucking dicking me? So anyways, like I said, it's all theater, folks. This guy should be impeached or worse. I'm not going to say what worse means. Have since gone missing. These Afghans, these dozen or so have gone missing. They were like on a danger watch list. No biggie, though. I'm sure if Trump did that, there.
Fucking people.
Calm down, Nick.
You have no idea how to defend a nation.
My blood pressure, I told you, was a little high at the doctor's. Probably doubled it in a week. The report released late last week exposes massive holes in Biden's head. No, that was a dream I had. Massive holes in Biden's unlimited resettlement of Afghans to American communities, the largest in United States history, such as a lack of vetting through national counterterrorism centers. They don't even go to the database and check this shit out. Specifically, the report details how Biden's agencies did not use all available data when vetting Afghans evacuated. Sounds like they didn't give a fuck, and they were hoping some of them were dangerous. Look at this. Looks like a manger scene. What is this? Fucking the Old Testament? And therefore, the National Ground Intelligence Center discovered Afghans with, I love how they word this too in the article, derogatory information. Do you know what that is, folks? That's PC for fucking possible terrorism links. Derogatory information. You mean dirty Middle Eastern fuckstains who want to kill us? Who are believed to be in the United States. I know they're in there because I was in a supermarket. I hear this behind me.
Durka, Muhammad Jihad. Haka Sherpa Sherpa, a Bacala.
And then he bought a pineapple and stuck a wire in it. Good night, everybody. Now those unvetted Afghans with possible terrorism ties, listen to this, folks, they've gone missing inside the nation's interior, the Department of Defense report states. Well, what are you doing about it? As of November 2nd, 2021, NGIC personnel had identified 50 Afghan personnel in the U.S. with information in the Department of Defense records that would indicate potentially significant security concerns. Department of Defense personnel could not locate some of the Afghan evacuees whom MGIC personnel identified as having derogatory information that would make them ineligible for the parole program conducted at U.S. safe havens. You don't say. Can you imagine they said Trump was going to get us into a war the minute he got in office. Remember? Dickheads doing everything, failing at everything Trump succeeded at that the media said Trump would fail at. It's all a play. I fucking believe it. Examples of September 17, 2021, the NGIC had identified 31 Afghans in the U.S. who had derogatory information. Of those 31, only 3 could be located. Nice. The report indicates that the unvetted Afghans flagged for security concerns who have gone missing inside the U.S. interior could pose a security risk to the United States. Really? You think? Biden's State Department and the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services also run the risk of providing those Afghans with visas, green cards, and naturalized American citizenship. Literally giving them a fucking card to work, become a citizen. To date, Biden has resettled more than 74,400 Afghans in American communities across 46 states. He's distributing the danger, evenly. Since mid-August of 2021, the resettlement has continued despite Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas' admission that not all Afghans were interviewed in person before getting sent off to American towns and cities. Did any of the press say why? That should be the next thing in the story. And the press said, well, why is that? I don't even know what to fucking say anymore. Other than, it was bum out I turned 60. I hope I turn 65 next year. This party's getting a little wild. What a piece of shit. What a globalist cocksucker bought and paid for scumbag. I don't know. And if I'm right about the whole thing being staged, Trump did his part. I don't know what to believe anymore. I am so fucking cynical. Nobody's complaining. What are the Republicans doing? Where are you, Ted Cruz and fucking Jim Jordan and all you other jerk-offs? All you do is set up meetings and yell at people while you watch people being flown in the cover of night and landing in all the states from terrorist countries. That's... Mama. Anyways, in sports, the Tulane girls field hockey team is 6-0. Let's move on to something light and fluffy. Black racism, excused. I got a nice chunk of abortion coming up. A black female high school student has fessed up to writing racist graffiti over 2 drinking fountains at her school in the Sacramento City Unified School District, known as SCUSD, which is fucking hilarious. The minute I read it. So it starts off, the story, going, yeah, it was a hoax. Like 99% of them are. Because, once again, and I've said it to you many times, there's so little actual white racism, they have to create their own. But as the story goes on, you're going to go, what the fuck? You think it'll be cut and dried. She's in deep shit. She was trying to frame white kids, right? But no, there'll be a twist to that because we're living in America in 2022. Here's the video. I don't know what the fuck it is.
School officials say they've now identified a student who vandalized water fountains with derogatory terms at McClatchy High School. The district says a female black student confessed to it, calling it a prank.
It's just a prank. Just a prank. A community liaison. Can somebody define that for me? A community. The word community, well, communism's right. The word community's right in there, isn't it? Okay. That's why you hear it 1,000 times a fucking day on the news and TV. A community liaison for the district said the incident was a prank that went sideways. And to that I say, fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! What if a white person did it and they were caught? They said, it's just a prank. I'm just fucking around. I'm sure that everybody like, hey, he was just kidding, right? But listen to the logic of the liaison, black fella, by the way, as ignorant as the day is. The student admitted to scribbling colored over one drinking fountain and writing white above an adjacent fountain. The community liaison, Mark Harris, told KOVR, the district launched an investigation into the incident February 11th after the graffiti was discovered. They said in a release, last month the school district appointed Harris, this chooch, as the community liaison to advise and help the district address instances of racism because white people apparently can't address that. We need a black guy. We need a black person because only they know about discrimination and racism and nobody else in the world has ever been. Boy, have they taken this thing and run with it for the last fucking 300 years? Instances of racism and improve on equity, social justice, and civil rights. A January 19th school district press release said he told, this guy Harris told K, listen to this, OVR, he does not regard the incident as racism, partly because the student is black.
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
He's one of those that believe black people can't be racist because they're the oppressed, which is the biggest fucking lie on the planet. What we've found out through BLM and, I don't know, the last 30 years, crime, black on white crime, that you're the most fucking racist people on the planet. I've seen black people admit it in that one poll in New York. I keep bringing it up. It was when I was living in New York 15 years ago. Absolutely the most racist people on the earth. I don't believe those words that were on those water fountains were racist. Really? How about if I wrote them? Cheese dick. I do not believe they were a hate crime or hate speech. Part of it, quite honestly, is because the admitted perpetrator is a young African-American one. That's not how it works, dick cheese. Because what if she didn't get caught? And what if they framed the white kid for it? He'd be in jail. The student is a minor, and appropriate disciplinary action is being taken. Oh, disciplinary. What they do, take a third pair of Nikes away from her? Or fucking, I don't know, Apple product type music thing? Unfucking real. Since when do we need a liaison? A black liaison to explain racism? I'd love to know his fucking reading level. It was a prank, he says, that went sideways. Is my characterization, sorry, of what the young woman said in her confession. Yeah, just like, you know, when a white guy hangs a noose, they're fucking around. Harris said at the press conference per the Sacramento Bee, it should be a moment for our community to, here you go again, our community, to come together. Listen to this. Here's the one that made me light the paper on fire on my table. Our community, it's time to come together and make sure this doesn't destroy this person's life, meaning the girl. It should destroy her fucking life. Just the way when white people get caught doing this, they're canceled forever. This should, I would go out of my way to destroy this little bitch's life. I don't give a fuck if she's 14. If you want to end racism, just, are you hearing the mentality? President Betty Williams, oh, let me see this fucking, there you go, Esterol wannabe. Ugh, what is she? Samoan? President Betty Williams of the Greater Sacramento, oh, NAACP, they're relevant, compared the week-long investigation, here comes another statement that's going to make you rip your tits up. compared the week-long investigation that culminated in the confession of the black student with another instance of racist graffiti at a different school in the district that has been ongoing since December of the Sacramento Bee report. Williams said, why, listen to this, this is the question she's asking after they catch a black girl doing a rape. This is what she's asking. Williams said, why is it when you find something like this, we find the black students quicker than we find the white students? That's what her question is. I want you to put that same energy into West Campus. I want you to put that same energy into every school district that's dealing with these issues. They're not. If they're dealing with them, they're created by a black student. We have racism that's rooted in the school district. Oh, my God.
That's a sick question. You're a sick fuck, and I'm not that sick that I'm going to answer it.
You need to shut the fuck up.
That's her question. Why when it's a black... Why? Because it sticks out like a sore thumb. It's the same reason. I have a whole bit about how, you know, they have the show for the first 48 hours. And it's a whole thing with Patrice. I'm arguing about serial killers are always white. I said, yeah, because it's like having a full-time job. I said, it's not like black crime where a guy steps on your foot at the titty bar so you kill him in the parking lot with a Glock. I go, you know, they no thought, no logic to their crime. It's like that. I said, they got a new show. It's called The First 48 Seconds. It's all... that's why we can figure out... Wow.
Make me a sandwich. Make me a fucking sandwich.
Oh, don't get grouchy on me. Headline, Philly cheesecake. You get it, folks? Must be a girl. An ex-stripper, the aforementioned ex-stripper from New York, left behind her platform shoes. This guy who writes, I'm a better writer than the goddamn. Left behind her platform shoes for a political platform. Running for Congress in Philadelphia's troubled 3rd District. Alexandra Hunt, 28, stripped during college to pay the bills. Right, they all do. Yeah, I'm going to be a dental hygienist, yeah? Get your snatch off my nose. She wrote recently in the Daily Cost, oh God, and not only is she unapologetic about her former career, she has made it part of her campaign message because sex sells. Her campaign website, you can't be a stripper with no titties. Her campaign website offers t-shirts reading, I may have danced for money, that's a nice way of putting it, but I'm no corporate whore and election hose. Oh, my God.
You fucking whore. Yeah, that's it. Go home. Get my dinner ready.
She used to fear the age-old stigma attached to sex work and said she was fired as a girls' soccer coach when the team found out, but now she's shouting about it from the rooftops and hopes to decriminalize sex work. My involvement in sex work was very dangerous. If I had gone missing like so many sex workers do, no one would have known how or where to find me. I would have checked the Gold Club in Atlanta. I began speaking about sex work and my personal involvement in the industry on the campaign trail, she wrote. And I got a bunch of guys chasing me. Hey, who's the broad with her? I'll vote for that thing. The ladies on the left, her slogan is, you like ass? The young leftist has described having an abortion and suffering sexual assault. Boy, that separates you from all the other strippers. One of my best jokes ever. I read 9 out of 10 strippers were sexually assaulted as children. And I said, oh, that explains why 99% of them have named Destiny. Good night, everybody. There's about 2 comics that come up with that in the country. Me, Colin, Quinn, Natl, Louie. That's 4. Anyways. So that's one of her selling points, that she had an abortion. She was sexually assaulted.
Oh, poor you.
The fan of Rep. She's a fan of AOC? She's seeking office in a mostly black, well, brothers don't mind a stripper, strongly Democratic congressional district represented by Democrat Rep. Dwight Evans, who used to play for the Red Sox, a Philly native who in the 1990s pushed the city to adopt New York's tough-on-crime, broken window tactics, even bringing on former NYPD Commissioner Bill Bratton, he was originally from Boston, to consult. Robberies are up 36% in the district this year. A total of 2,073 shootings were reported in the last year, a 2.3% increase with 1,171 victims, okay?
Is it because we're black?
Yeah. Any other questions? The young leftist has described having an abortion and suffering sexual assault on social media. You mean it happened on social media? I kid. There's nothing funny about that. Hunt supports significantly reducing the prison population. You just talked about Bratton, who was tough on crime. He was with Giuliani. But she wants to significantly reduce prison population through, get this, compassionate release, which is what most guys did on a face at 3. I'm in a parking lot at the Gold Club. And an end to cash bail, among other lefty planks in her campaign platform. What a dope. Oh, you poor thing. But you're not any dumber than people in Washington. Or that lady that's at a party in Oklahoma who's running for office, fighting with teenage girls. I mean, what in God's name? In neighborhoods with rising violence, tougher policing isn't the answer, she tweeted recently. It's backwards. Thinking to punish needs-based crimes instead of moving to meet the needs. Is that a new movie with Ben Stiller? Family's last name, Meet the Needs. So once again, I don't know how Bratton's name got mentioned in that. He was a hardcore great.
He got brought up because he was talking about how the current sitting representative Dwight Evans brought him on.
And she is worried about the victims. About the perpetrator's needs. Oh, my Hagen stem. What's she? 25? 28. I'd say that's a good resume to become a politician. Sucking dick at fucking Golden Banana in Dallas. That was the name of a strip club in my hometown, by the way. Town next to mine. Let's move on to some other Mamaluke. Another girl, another woman. Headline, not so okie dokie. An Oklahoma Democrat congressional candidate, me and Dallas just can't get over this, is under fire for allegedly verbally attacking several, I'm sorry, not teenagers, preteen girls, while at the home of a friend. I'll repeat that. A grown woman running for office gets into a verbal fight with preteen girls while at the home of a friend who was hosting a sleepover with multiple middle school girls.
You gotta grow up. You're not a kid anymore. You hear me? You gotta grow up.
Abby Broyles. I'm not kidding you. Broads like this and the last one, I'm telling you, they talk about men's egos. She knows she's pretty. Couldn't make it in the movies or TV. Let's go into politics. I'll be on the local news I'm telling you. Abby Broyles, a candidate for Oklahoma's 5th congressional district. This hurts women. You know, some women are going, God, I understand why guys didn't want us to vote. Not me. I was all for it, believe me. In the 40s, I was out there. Abby Broyles, a candidate for Oklahoma's 5th congressional district, went to the friend's house on February 11th and became more and more aggressive. She's an alcoholic. As she continued to drink wine through a crazy straw out of a bucket on the roof of a garage. What? No. She continued to drink wine throughout the night, just like Dallas and his wife do. They don't get all nuts. The report states that Broyles, hey, wait a minute. You're a college guy. Was Frank Broyles Oklahoma?
I think so.
I keep forgetting you're fucking 20 years younger than me. Frank Broyles. I want to say Oklahoma. I could be wrong. The report states that Broyles insulted the girls attending this grown woman insulted preteen girls attending the sleepover after becoming intoxicated, according to multiple people interviewed by the news outlet, who said that she allegedly said one girl was an acne fucker and hurled multiple insults at other young girls as well. She called another one Hispanic fucker. She allegedly said to one girl, and judgy fucker.
You smug cocksucker. Fuck you.
Look at this pinhead. One of the young girls left the room in tears. Nice going. I bet the person you're running against might capitalize on this. One of the young girls left the room in tears after being insulted by Broyles. Broyles said, "What a pussy. Get back here, chunky." No. Broyles also allegedly vomited. This grown woman vomited into a laundry basket as well as a girl's shoe.
Bye-bye, dickhead.
Not exactly how the Cinderella story went down.
Frank was Missouri and Arkansas.
Oh, I wasn't even close. I know him from Arkansas, Frank, bro. Well done, Dallas. That's how fucking old I am. That was the 70s, though. I was just thinking she might have had a connection there if it was Oklahoma. I'm thinking of my boy Barry Switzer. Another guy fucking loved, cheated, did everything. Oklahoma was like a football factory in the 70s. And then he goes to the Cowboys and wins a Super Bowl. That guy was a winner. I don't care how he got it done. Hey, folks, it's crazy. I can't believe it's almost March already. That means I'm back on the road next month. You can find all these tour dates and ticket links on my website at nickdip.com. Here's what's on sale currently. March 25th, Hyenas Comedy Club in Dallas. On the 26th of March, Hyenas Comedy Club in Fort Worth. April 7, 8, 9, Comics at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. What is that, March, did he mean? March 6th, Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. May 6th. It had a 7 there. May 7th, the Paramount Theater in Peekskill, New York. September 9th, Soul Joe's Comedy Club in Royersford, Pennsylvania. September 10th, the next night, Algonquin Theater in Manasquan, New Jersey. And September 11th, Sugarloaf Performing Arts Center in Chester, New York. Again, you can get all the links for tickets at nickdip.com and click on tour, and you'll like to see you out there. I don't know if I remember how to do stand-up. It's going to be hilarious. I was pricing puppets yesterday at Target. Headline, next story. Let us prey on you. Nick. You guys don't know the joke till I get into the story. 2 Tennessee theft suspects. I'll read the story the way it should be. 2 black girls, theft suspects, are accused of asking an elderly white woman, we have the video, so I'm not making it up, in church to pray with them as they stole her wallet. Once again, proving there's a level of evil in certain people, according to police. No, they weren't Irish.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
The Clarksville Police Department, that's the CBD, is investigating the incident that took place at the Hilldale Baptist Church Sanctuary on February 9th around 6 p.m. There's the church there. It's terrific. Video footage of the incident shows the female suspects approaching a 78-year-old victim, little old white lady by herself. Can you fucking imagine? In a pew and engaging in her. And you know what that means? They had to case the joint, or they go to that church and notice this woman comes in alone. I hope you get sickle cell, you How's that? So that they see her sitting by herself, and here's the video of what these whois did. Look, she's pretending to pray. Taniqua, you talk about Karens. There's Taniqua. And then Tanisha from behind is going into the wallet, into the bag to get the wallet. Can you fucking imagine? There you go. Yeah, look around for Father Mameluke. All right, it's making me sick. That's enough. They interviewed the old lady, and she said,
"You say you're a little tired this morning, is that right?"
I am tired.
She is very tired. That's actually, I heard, your favorite activity to do at the center here is to take a little nap.
Take a nap many times as I can.
I'm trying to bring light to the story, folks, because I could kill these two girls with my own fucking white hands. Oh, God.
You're a wormy cocksucker, you know that?
They sure is. I hate to keep pointing out the, you know, contradictions or the double standard. That's, you know, picture that a black old lady and two white girls. You understand it'll be running on a loop? That's why I laugh when people, you know. The media is as evil. They're more evil than the politician, because the politicians couldn't get their shit done without the media. The media is the cancer. They have to be, it has to be douched. I don't know. Who went after the intellects first? Stalin? Kill all the fucking intellects and not the gay people. I kind of like them for entertainment. One suspect requested the victim pray with her. Public Information Officer Scott Boblin wrote in the video's description, while they were praying, the second female, as you just saw, rummaged through the victim's purse, stole her wallet. Suspects attempted to use the victim's credit cards because they're ignorant sluts at Sam's and Kroger's shortly after. Hey, when you get that craving for ribs, what are you going to do? Didn't that make you sick?
Yeah, fucking bullshit.
Final story tonight. What's the headline, Nick? Cupcakes, not cupcakes, Cupcakes. New from Nabisco. A twisted ex, I'm glad they put twisted in there. I wouldn't have. A twisted ex-Louisiana teacher who admitted to giving her students cupcakes laced with her husband's sperm has been sentenced to 41 years. That's kind of stiff, though, and no pun intended. That's not her, by the way. That's just a lady. But 41 fucking years.
Bon appetit.
In prison. Oh, my God. Cynthia Perkins, 36, was sentenced Friday after pleading guilty to second-degree rape, production of child pornography, and conspiracy of mingling harmful substances. Since when has cum harmful? Goes great with flour and eggs. What? Mingling harmful substances in Livingston. WTRF reported. She has no possibility of parole for 4. Now, I'm not defending what she did, but you got people out there who have murdered and they're out in 4 or 5 years. This broad, at her husband's bequest, I'm saying, yes, it's sick. 41 years? Ridiculous. She has no possibility of parole for 40 years. I'm sorry, that's over-sentencing, as gross as it is. Perkins had faced 72 charges of various oh, wait a minute. This includes, okay, if you're bringing in the child porn, I'm with you. 72 charges of various sex crimes, 68 of which were dropped in her plea agreement as part of the deal. She agreed to testify against her husband, Dennis Perkins, a former sheriff's deputy who was facing 150 criminal charges. Look at this fucker. Many of which are also sex crimes, according to the indictment. The couple were arrested in 2019 after they allegedly sexually abused okay, put them away. Fucking give her 100. Abused a child together, among other crimes.
What's the world coming to?
Perkins filed for divorce from her husband following their arrests and alleged that Dennis had manipulated her into committing the crime. She has no responsibility for, he told her to do all kinds of shit.
Christy, get down on your knees so Sabrina can see your asshole.
The couple were busted after authorities received a tip at the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Investigators later found nude photos of them with a minor. Just scumbags. A lawsuit filed against Dennis Perkins and the Livingston Parish school system claims that Cynthia Perkins filmed her husband supplying semen, in other words, spanking it into the batter, as Otto and George called it, baby batter. Half and half. He does a bit. I'll do fucking Otto's bit. He goes, my wife, one girl was blowing me. She said, tell me when you're about to come. Yes, what is this, a fucking PSA now? I gotta make it an announcement? Attention, cocksucker! The baby batter is coming. This is not a, oh God, I'm forgetting the best line. This is not a test. Anyways, why am I laughing at this? Filmed her husband spanking it into the cupcakes. That was later fed to the children at Westside. Donuts making me horny. Don't show me that. Westside Junior High School. Nice going, lady. Count 15 in the original indictment against the couple alleges the semen was mixed into both desserts and the energy drinks before it was served to victims. Jesus. Cynthia, what's this guy eating? Celery? Cynthia resigned from Westside Junior High School the day after her arrest, while Dennis was fired from his deputy role at the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office. Oh, boy. Was that enough for you guys? Enough, what's the word I'm looking for? Depravity? Right? Just darkness, evil, outright, again, I'm no fucking angel, but moral degradation. I mean, come on. We is in deep shit, man. And you know what bothers me more than that story? Biden with the fucking Afghans. Cupcake with a little load ain't gonna kill you, but fucking Haji next door with this. Anyways, that is it for today. Again, don't forget the comicsgym.com. Sign up there monthly, please. If you really like the show, I work hard. So does Dallas. Patreon.com. Sign up monthly, please. Go to nickdip.com. Click on my tour dates. Buy something at the store. Click on that button. And cameo.com. If you'd like me to roast a friend or relative, go to cameo.com. It'll tell you how to do it. I'll make a video on my phone, a minute or two long, roasting that person. It's a lot of fun. That is it. You guys think it? I will say it. You're very welcome. See you back here tomorrow at the same time. Bye-bye.